Hi everyone, welcome to my studio this afternoon. As promised, here's my little video on trying to make a little bag. Just have to get someone out of the way. This is the little bag we're going to make. It's got a handle, a little pocket. It's ideal to put your mobile phone in and some keys and then hang it around yourself, but you can actually make it in about 5 minutes. I sound like one of those info commercials, don't I? Now, what you need is one strip of fabric with the fabric that's 6.5 inches wide. Cut it into a 17-inch strip and a 26-inch strip. Then what you do, one's your lining. So I've done here, I've cut 2 strips because I want 2 different colours. So I'm just going to take one of each colour and put the other one to the side. My lining is going to be the pink and white check. So with that, all I've got to do to prep that for sewing is fold that in half, finger press down the bottom, and I'll just put that to one side. Now this is going to be the outside of my bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that in half, finger press along the top, whiz over to my machine, turn it back on. Just have to wait for a moment. I love this machine, it is so good. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to top stitch along that folded line. I've just moved my machine over to this table for the video, and it's a bit wobbly. I should have checked that before I used it. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back and I need my ruler and I'll use my mat. So I'm going to fold this 6 inches. So that's a 10 and that's 16. I'm going to fold that back up 6 inches. Finger press, flip it over the other side. So I'm folding it 6 inches from that stitch edge. And back up to there. Give that all a press. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that on top of that. So we've got 3 folded edges down the bottom. And you'll see that the lining is about 1.5 inches longer than the outside. I'm just going to put a couple of pins in there to stabilize it. You'll see on the inside of here, you'll have that part that we top stitched, and then the other side. So now I'm going to go back over to my machine and I'm just going to sew along this edge. I'm going to show just the width of the foot as my seam allowance and sew that all the way to the top on each side. Cut your thread. Now the other side, you can start from the other end if you like, it won't make any difference. Stop there. Then you've got your bag sewn up each side. Take one side of the outside piece and flip it through. Like that. Line it flat. Put it there. You can see your pocket and there's the inside of your bag there. So now what we're going to do, we're going to fold over the lining. Just 1/2 inch or so, and then fold that over so it just sits over the top of the fabric. Put a pin in it on that side, flip it over, make sure it's folded over an even amount on each side, put a pin in the other side. Move it like that so you can maneuver that so that sits flat. And then what you can do, you can decide what sort of handles you can make. You can make your handles out of whatever you like. A little bit of piping cord is good. Something that coordinates. I only have this plain one at the moment. So what you do with the piping cord, put that back under that folded edge, pin it, take it around to this side, pin that, take it back to your machine. Now this is where you need a free arm on your machine. Take it around here, slide it on, and that's why I've made it 6.5 inches, this one, wide, because it fits perfectly on my machine. So now what you want to do is you want to sew around that folded edge just to top stitch it down. When you go over your piping cord, make sure you reverse a little bit. and just keep it flat. Just let your machine work it around. And take it slowly. If you do find you get a little bit of a pleat in that top part, just work your pleats towards one side or the other and they'll won't be noticed. But sew all the way around. Scissor it. I'll just show you some variations that you can make on the bag and how you can change the size. The one I did in the video is only 6.5 inches wide, but you can make them as big or small as you like depending on how you fold them. This one added a little mesh pocket on the side, so it's got one mesh pocket and then it's got a bigger pocket on the other side. So that's made out of some beautiful Boro fabrics. Here's another one that's got a mesh pocket, but it's also got a little small pocket that's down the bottom and one that's on there. So, but this one with the little small pocket, that can be flipped over to the other side as well. Now these bags are also fully reversible, so if you want to make sure you want to put the pockets on the inside, you can. Just pop it through and it's fully reversible. Your handles you can make out of the same fabric. Now you can also make larger versions. So here's one I made ages ago. And as you can see, I've got 2 layers of fabric, both with right sides together. The outer fabric, tape back over the inner fabric. Now you can add some interfacing to these to make them stiff as well. So you've got your lining, fold your lining over the top, and there's your little bag. Now if you want to box out your bag, what you can do is you can sew across the corner like that, and then you can make your bag into a square and give it a paper bag bottom. Here's one I made years and years ago. Same method, cross the corners, and then just a shorter handle. But I would suggest you put a button or something like that up there. But this little bag, my little 5-minute bag, oops, is quick and easy out of a 6.5 inch strip. Have fun making it and happy sewing. Bye.